Hi everybody, Nick Albright here, the Humble Realtor located in St. Louis, Missouri. Today I wanted to talk to you about my third investment. It was after I had failed and I needed to recuperate and start from scratch. And I bought a home that was a HUD home. HUD is a foreclosure that was an FHA insured mortgage, and so it's taken possession by the government. HUD stands for Housing and Urban Development. The difference about this time was I had my real estate license. So I was able to do a ton more research, really educate myself on values in more established areas to make sure that I was still getting a good deal. And because of the market crash, there was some great deals still out there to get a bargain price for a home. Now because this was a HUD home, I knew there were going to be issues with it, and there wasn't much background information, so I did my inspections, and after negotiating a little bit, they refused to come down at all in price. So I had to back out. I had to walk away. Now I knew this home had been on for a long period of time, so I was hopeful that even backing out of the contract, it would still sit on the market for a little bit longer. And thankfully it did. So I was able to come back after about a month and a half, and I said, hey, you know, this home is still for sale. It's because it has all these issues. Now will you agree to give me the price I had tried to negotiate? And luckily they did. I was able to buy this home in South Hampton in 63109. That I've come to love that area. It was in the low $70,000 price range. Like I said, I was starting over from scratch, and so that was about all I could afford. One thing I had to do right away was replace the roof. It was a $6,000 cost, and I'll show you some of these pictures here of what the house looked like when I bought it. As you can see, it wasn't in the best shape. It needed a lot of work. Like I said, I put on the roof right away. I did a bunch of cosmetic things. The oven didn't work. I actually used a toaster oven most of the year that year to get by. So I knew I couldn't do too bad. Worst case scenario, I figured if I get it over my head, I'll just sell it for what I paid for and keep going. It was the first year I had my real estate license, so I wasn't quite established there yet. I was really trying to hustle and put in the time to reach out to all my contacts and learn as much as I possibly could. And while I was doing all that, I kept a 20 to 30 hour a week job at the restaurant. I knew that that restaurant job would pay all my bills, and I could focus everything else into getting this home ready to sell and getting my real estate career going. Now I have to say there was a lot of tough times throughout this year. There were times where I was taking cold showers, but I had to sacrifice that to get to the point where I wanted to be. I worked on the home all year long. I'll show you a lot of these pictures of what it looked like whenever it came time to sell, and you can see all I did to it. Now it turned out when it came time to sell, those inspections actually revealed even more things wrong with it. So thank goodness that I had planned to have a lot of things come up, and I had to replace the electrical boxes, I had to replace the sewer lateral line. Those were big costs that really ate into my profits. But since I had already planned for all of that, I actually still came out really well. And after talking with a lot of friends and people who have invested in real estate, I set my sights on a multifamily home and to become a landlord. Everything with that is for the next video with the multifamily home. It's where I really started to develop my plan to get to an island in 9 more years, and everything's been coming together and building momentum and keeping everything rolling. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great evening. Don't forget to subscribe. That's still important. My next goal, I guess, is 1,000 subscribers, so it might take some time, but thanks everybody for your support, and have a great evening.